So apparently, if you just blink a whole bunch the whole time, you can beat this guy pretty easily.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem too terrible. Since these appear to be like collegiate-aged people, do you think they're also unpaid performers like NCAA players?
It's not. It's not. This is them getting an education. The fact that they have to fight monsters is a privilege.
Or do you think it's like they also spend 12 times as much money on fighting kids at their school as they do on academics?
Yeah. I'm very confused what I gotta do to finish this person because they don't have any health bar left.
What? Oh, the other was. I saw a little. It's a very small amount.
Yeah.
No way. I don't get it. Lock on and let her have it. Let her have what? Oh.
Yay.
Actually locked on.
Huh.
Right bumper.
Wait, wouldn't that make the entire combat mechanic entirely easier if you always locked on?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a finish. It's like a death threshold.
That was a close one.
Actually, this time it wasn't. I didn't like ever get hit. So.
Yeah, that wasn't a close one. It took the realization that that green flash means dodge.
Well, I knew what the green flash meant. I just didn't dodge. Oh man.
Well, at least they give you an E instead of an F. Like,
Yeah.
E doesn't sound bad.
he could be excellent.
Somebody can do new fire now, too. Look at that.
Yeah. You can
This
flash.
sucks.
You can disappear. You know she's not dead.
What's the E ESRB rating on this?
Mature.
Okay. For the blood, I suppose.
Yeah. See the little green light coming out of the top? And she disappeared.
Yeah, probably should have dodged.
Who are you people? Those red cloaks.
No way.
Thinks that's such a bitchin' cape. Get me one of them.
Ninetail is down. Communication lost with Kunmi.
Impossible.
I like how
man.
those guys are dressed like
The familiar
foxes
dark crystal is
from
fully restored.
Kurosawa
Magic
films.
readings in all
Yeah.
sectors.
Like the faces on their masks look exactly like the foxes in the
A
dreams.
vermilion birdless sea.
Well, in
I
dreams.
lost contact with the 204th and 208th.
Based on this, if they did remake Final Fantasy VII, like
Get our men out of
all the
there.
characters walking around would look
Attention all units in Dominion
super glossy
territory.
PS4, but all the
Halt
cutscenes would still be
military
like
operations
cubed
and withdraw at once.
characters walking around.
Yeah, they would still have Popeye hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Retreat.
And then it's like
Send HQ
like
a code
realistic,
991.
photorealistic when they're
We're
actually
transitioning
playing the
to
game,
Operation
but the
Northern
cutscenes
Dawn.
suck.
Sir,
I mean, is that your impression of how this looks?
No, I'm just
No,
saying
okay.
like
far just to be turned
the
back.
cutscenes are just very archaic.
6 hours into the
Oh
operation.
my gosh!
Rubrum's Agito
Imagine if it's like
Cadet
this for like
Class
60
Zero
hours.
achieved its objective.
I think that's the idea.
The
4
Dominion
hours later,
succeeded
he
in
used the
taking back
bathroom.
its territory.
Where you think it's just going to go
It
chapter
was
by
here that
chapter?
Mhm.
Class Zero
I have a
made its
feeling,
first mark
anyway.
In the pages of history.
Look at Class Zero and their pleated plaid skirts. I don't know what to say. I'm not surprised.
Misfortune has befallen academia and the Dominion at large.
That sounds like a voice I recognize.
Empire has broken the quadripartite crystal states.
Man, this story is about as hard to
which was
follow as Final
forged
Fantasy
through
13.
courage and wisdom.
The only Final Fantasies I've seen, and I've never played one, so I
Because of this
have no credibility at all, but
bravely
I've seen Final Fantasy 7 and
unforgivable
8
breach of faith,
played through.
we
And
have all
8 was
lost
actually very good.
many friends
Everyone always
and
says
loved ones.
7, 7, 7.
And
but-
yet,
I liked 8 the
here
best.
I
That's
stand
a-
before you,
Again, those are the only 2 I've seen.
That's a not an uncommon thing.
that
Like
your
there's
strength of heart,
some people who like 8 a bunch.
your
I think
pure
7
and
created a whole
noble
bunch of
desire
fanboys
to
because
protect our
it
beloved
gave you
Rubrum
polygon graphics on a turn-based RPG,
Mhm.
but
was
And the bad guy was pretty good. The score was pretty good.
Yeah, Sephiroth is probably the best bad guy they've had.
Mhm.
No, he is the best bad guy they've had. I won't even say it properly in there.
That- Although 8 gave us texture mapped polygons, and 7 did not offer that.
8 has a random Tyrannosaurus Rex in it, and I've never completely understood that. Like,
I don't remember the T-Rex.
it's like you're at the school and there's a jungle area.
Oh, that's right.
And
Sure.
It's like, it's just random. It's like, and there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And liberate our villages, cities, and citizens that continue to suffer at the hands of the
You know, I really need a high-backed chair. I don't have one, and everything you say means more if your chair back goes well above your head.
Yeah.
I hope that you will all remember this as
Well,
a
we'll work on
Oh,
that
there we go.
for you.
There's some
Anthemic readings in Lorca.
fan service.
When we eventually do switch to video for these things, we're gonna create little sets behind each of us.
Alex already called the throne.
Just start planning it out right now.
Historians may refer to
That's
this
not a
as
bad
the
idea.
Masterpiece.
What would Judd's be?
Nonsense.
A high school locker room?
No, me laying.
Oh.
No, mine would be a bed. Me laying in it,
Yeah.
just staring up at the screen.
Like a heart-shaped mattress
It is
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
ray of hope.
that slowly rotates.
If this is an anime, there's two types of principals. There's a principal we just saw, who's the old guy in the throne chair, and then there's the dorky, like you don't have any respect for him, but as soon as he takes off his glasses, he's like the legendary killer of old.
In
Those are your two
42
options.
RG, an Ultima
Like, what is he gonna
powerful
do? It's like,
enough
don't
to
worry about
obliterate
it.
Yeah.
an entire
Probably
continent
something inappropriate
was
involving the
drawn
student
from
body.
Yeah, and then he just like
Lorca.
massacres half the
In the blink
enemy,
of an
and then he
eye,
comes back
the
with his
Lorcan
glasses, and I was like,
alliance,
"Oh,
which had
what
stood
happened here?"
proud for
It's like,
700 years,
yeah, we know what you
was
did.
completely
There's a reason
erased
you have
from the
long hair.
continent of Orient.
And that's what you hold to be the highest art form. And that's why I'm confused about it.
It's better storytelling.
No, consider the story you just told.
That's not. That's a series. I mean, that's like a different. Like, there's different types of anime series. There's ones that are just like funny throwaways, and there's ones that are actually good stories. There's nothing as compelling as Attack on Titan on American television right now, including Game of Thrones.
You saw that, right, Bill? Oh, says the dude who never watched Breaking Bad
Fearing
and
an
quit
attack
Well,
House
it's
of
not
Cards.
on television right now, technically.
Yeah, there you go.
For what he said.
Ah,
home to the
touche.
treasure peristelium,
And I don't watch enough
began
TV to
defending
really
the
fight that
airspace over
statement.
its territory
no, that's very true.
and that of
I-
the dominion of Rubrum.
I actually find it really hard to even pay attention to broadcast television.
There is an episode
Concerned that war
of
might spread to
Attack
other
on Titan that has nothing to do with
Concordia
Titan.
sought an
That is one of the best
immediate
episodes of any
hostilities,
TV show I've ever
but
seen.
was rejected
Is it like
Good.
all the characters go to a hot spring
No,
and like peek through a hole in the wall with the girls?
It's the origin story of, like, it's. I guess it could go.
With
Basically,
large
Is it the origin story of Titans? Because that has everything to do with
no,
Titans.
no. It's this. Like, so there's an adopted girl in the family, and you find out how she became adopted by the family, and consists of an 8-year-old just going bam full of people.
The Consortium of Eight,
Like-
Rubrum's supreme
Like, they find a whole bunch of dead
council,
bodies, and he's like, "I need you to stay here." And instead, he goes, "No, we'll go take care of this."
That's not really a selling point for me, though.
Yeah, I don't. Man,
But I'm not saying he goes like super, like karate style. Like, he just does it like logistically. Kills a room full of people.
logistically, so he
Like,
like
instead, like, he's 8
cancels
years
all their
old.
shipments
No,
of
he
groceries and
he like knocks on the door, stabs the dude,
And
and then he like walks into another room, and like he like invites the guy into the next room. And the guy's like, "Okay, I know he has a knife," and then he like strategically takes out each person.
During this invasion. We're
Huh.
lucky that it wasn't a Primus.
It's really good.
They want to throw dirt at us.
You saw an episode of that, right, Bill?
My,
I
you
I don't
Attack.
remember exactly. How
Yeah.
much did I watch? You were there.
I think you watched the first episode.
Yeah.
And
There
your
you go.
your take?
The vermilion bird crystal
Gosh,
was attacked.
I really don't remember it that well.
Was put in danger.
I think they did a little bit of the Harry Potter thing as well.
Could
Am I wrong
refuse
remembering
to aid
that
us in
that
this
way?
situation.
There were children.
Yeah.
Remember that part.
Yeah, the first episode is the first attack on a Titan attack in like 40 years or something like that.
And it is up to the high school to save the day.
No, it's just a slaughter. There's no defense. It's just gigantic guys
Yes.
eating human beings.
It's not unlike Ender's Game in that sense. You could draw a parallel there.
I actually haven't read or seen Ender's Game.
I have the audiobook.
Do you?
It's recommended. Well, I don't have it on tape. I have it on iTunes.
I feel like I want to listen to Physics for Future Presidents about 40 more times before I'm ready to switch audiobooks again.
Okay.
I can't recommend anything more
You
highly.
still have to listen to World War Z, and I'm telling you, World War Z, as far as audiobooks go, it's meant to be heard. I
And
would say.
phenomenal cast.
Yeah.
Unabridged story.
Not unabridged. There is an unabridged version coming out, and may already be out for all I know. But
Think-
I want to hear that one.
Can I count on a action-packed family adventure?
There
You can't simply repeat
there
what I've
are
done.
it's essentially a collection of short stories, right? And some of them are action packed, although they're all told
Dr.
as a past
Amnesia,
event.
Have you learned anything about the crystal jammer?
I do think that sounds. Well, it's here. I have it. I still have trouble transitioning to fiction. Like I don't enjoy a lot of fiction authors. I used to really be into Stephen King and Tom Clancy, and
Well, I
with those two
wouldn't say
names,
that World War Z is a must read.
and that's
but-
by Max Brooks, Mel Brooks' son.
I don't know.
I think,
No, I'm
I
not sure.
think so. Maybe that adds credibility,
Sure.
right? My parents' achievements validate my own.
I believe that is the best way to turn the tide of battle without compromising consequences.
I wonder who the bad guy is.
Undeniably, the Agito cadets would make for a
Yeah.
potent implement
I'm
of
sure we're
war,
supposed to care about
but
this.
Would it not be seen as an
You know, the
expansion
tough
of the
thing is
role
it's
of
like
those
you
defending
want to
the
skip the
Thursday?
cinematics, but do you want to get back to that gameplay?
The sea won't help us. What choice do we have?
I can't. This is unbelievable that
Shall we defer
they
to the
charge full
chancellor,
price for this
gentlemen?
game as a major console release. Like this really seems like
Yeah.
what's it? Is it still called Xbox Live Arcade
Yeah.
on Xbox One?
I can't remember what it's called. I don't use Xbox very often.
And if Rubrum is
No,
at stake,
it would have been perfectly acceptable to be like a $50 Vita game if multiplayer was supported.
Got it.
This is actually on par with
Very well. then.
cutscenes from not
Shall
not
we make it
cutscenes, but
official?
in-game cutscenes from World of Warcraft.
Which is now 10 years old, 11 years old.
Well, they do update it. Especially the last expansion did a lot of updates to the character models. But that's about what character models look like in game.
That man, this is not how you show new hardware.
No.
Oh no, there's about to be village or field sequences. I hear the harp music.
Yeah. I just don't. Oh no. I don't know who thought that this was a good idea.
You know, I don't know if you noticed those dialogue boxes are rulers. I think that this is the high school. So, congratulations, Judd. You've found what you're looking for. Like if you speak to someone and look at the text
This
box
is
that
just
surrounds
not
the dialogue.
same. It doesn't matter what I say because if I say this isn't the same, it could, like, I could literally show you something that was totally different.
As far as high schools go, though, this is an awfully nice one.
That's very true.
It looks a lot like the Fleet Academy in Star Trek.
Yeah. Actually,
the new Star Trek.
This is your basic anime high school.
I could see myself glomming onto those days if I attended them in a wonderful building like this.
And slayed like Bahamut and stuff.
Sure, yeah. Then it would be like, oh man, whatever we're doing now, whatever.
Is this like the school for talented children, and they're actually all
Yeah.
secretly agents or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, this is your basic anime, like secret fighting club, Classroom Zero.
So you're basically playing Persona 5 right now.
No, Persona 5 is usually real high school, like normal high school setting.
Ah. And that's more appealing.
I mean, I don't think, like, this is just me walking around a high school, and that's like just doing some high school events. Just a little different. Or college, whatever this is.
I'm waiting for the scene where you stop a fight between two girls over a boy. One caught the other one sexting her
God.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
That would be the awesome thing for the other half of my introduction to the new console generation. One was the Order for PS4, which had great graphics, and then super reductive female characters and a love triangle. So maybe Xbox One will give crap graphics, but the
Will
same.
save, thank you. Sweet. Don't have to relive any of that.
Oh my god. I called it. I'm so proud of myself right now.
They said I was going to Classroom Zero.
Yeah, but
This
I mean,
is actually exactly what the classroom looks like in.
Persona 5.
No, God, no. I don't understand how you don't get this. Like Persona 5 looks like a high school. This looks like a college type setting.
you're saying Final Fantasy VIII.
No,
I think they
Vampire
were-
Knight. That's exactly what the room looks like in Vampire Knight.
I'm not sure what that
It's
is.
an anime slash manga.
Commanding officer? Yes. As of this moment,
This is
you are
your
under my
basic,
command. The authorization
like,
came directly
Soul
from
Eater
Arch
uses the same
Sorceress
classroom.
Auracia Alracia.
I feel like I would ask that guy if he was my teacher in any class, like, hey, is there some shit in this air where I should be wearing a mask too? Or are you sick?
You're not wanted here, yo.
Oh,
He said, bitch.
oh wow. Oh, fight.
Oh, and he does the no look.
Bitch, that hurt.
It's like, dude, I'm not sick. There's no airborne stuff. This is a ninja mask.
This guy is pretty tough.
And he's supposed to be faculty, which that's not okay.
It was Mother's decision.
Yeah, it's just asking for a lawsuit.
And it's kind of a basic human rights violation. I think child soldiers in general we like to refer to as
Henceforth,
atrocities.
You will execute Dominion missions under my command. When you have no assignment, you will live here at Academia with the other cadets.
Did you ever see the thing on Fox News where it was the heroic story of a suicide bomber?
No.
No.
Why start now?
I'm very confused.
Does that come from Mother
Yeah.
too?
Yes.
This was
Those are
probably
Dr. Horatio's
2011, early 2011, I guess.
Also,
Maybe 2010.
Cadet
Hmm.
Machina.
And Fox News covered the story about this guy who he did a
New
suicide
cadets have been
bombing
assigned to
thing,
Class
Mhm.
right?
Starting
And
today.
they were calling him a hero because he was so
Eleven.
brave,
Grand
and he
Coquina.
they're talking about
Nice
what
to
he
meet you.
did prior to,
Let me guess.
and he went and
Chaperones?
parked his car
Your time
and
is yours
said all of
until
his
you receive
prayers and
further
said goodbye to
orders.
his family,
I have
Yeah.
high
and then he
hopes.
goes and does it.
May the crystal
and
guide you.
The only difference between that one and all of the other ones is
Good to
that
see
he
you.
bombed the guys that we're bombing.
Yeah.
I feel like I do vaguely
Thanks
remember
so
that.
much for helping us
Yeah.
out.
Oh, it happened.
Seriously though. I
It
can't
was
believe
crazy.
I
Like
see
even
it
as I was
today.
watching it, we were all everyone that was there was
Realizing
looking
sure
around
yourself
around the
were just
room
one
at
of
each other.
Academia's urban
Like, wait,
legends
what?
now we were.
Yeah, I
Is this
remember.
happening?
I remember the.
Powerful. Just
I remember
three
being like,
down
"Are
on
we
the sea.
celebrating a terrorist right now?"
Oh, which
So I-
reminds me.
I have a vague memory of that happening. Man. This guy got his big old nose. He's gonna be up to something fun, I can tell.
Starting today, I'll be relaying mission information and instructions from the Dominion.
Sweet.
I am the Military Operation Organization and Guidance Logistics Expert.
Or Moogle.
Moogle for short,
Yeah.
Kubel. Some prefer to call me the Military Operation Guide, or MOG, Kubel.
So you can call her
me
Mog or
whatever you
Moogle.
want. I hope to be of service, Kubel.
Whatever I want. How
Oh.
about Moglin?
It's weird because some of the HD faces are like, this has been upgraded. But like the previous one we were watching was definitely just direct from the PSP.
I do have a proper name, Kubel.
They all seem to be at roughly the same level.
No, this
I
chick,
just think you find yourself
my
unsettlingly
gosh.
attracted to some.
this chick and the dude are definitely reskinned, and those previous movies we're watching was definitely just straight from the PSP.
Have you noticed that this is the same high school apparently that Michael Jackson went to? Like as far as the outfits.
Ah, with the buckles and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
Info. Oh my gosh.
So this is actually Gary, Indiana, right here.
Wait, Michael Jackson didn't go to school in Gary, did he?
I don't believe we've met before.
I don't know where he went in the teen years, but that's where he grew up.
Really?
As a kid.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Man.
She's just the shy girl.
This is also a mandatory character, I'm assuming.
Not really. Like, I mean, they show up, but they're not like a staple.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily see that character being a staple here either. It just seemed to be a check in a box real fast.
Well, she does that thing where you try to kiss her, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed."
Yeah. It's like, and for those of you who are masturbating but waiting for the big one, this is probably yours.
Yeah.
Yay, cemetery.
What is this place?
It's called a cemetery.
Wow.
What's a
I
cemetery?
feel like you can't.
What's a cemetery?
We carve the names of the fallen.
Yeah, you
Their
can't get to
legacies
that
live
level
on.
of education. Certainly not in a military school without understanding, you know, that.
But I heard that the crystal
No, these
removed
guys
our
have definitely been
memories to help
reskined.
us, so that the living won't be tied
Yeah,
down
like
to the
all of
dead.
them have.
No, the guys that were when the general was talking to the other guy, that was just straight from the PSP. I guarantee it. Like it might have been high def, but not reskinned.
I think it's that the wrinkly faces don't come across as well as the smooth faces.
No, I
The
would
name of someone who
would
died
bet
for the Vermilion.
like hundreds of dollars on this.
I always make sure to write down the names of everyone that I meet.
They didn't
Go out
change
on a
the
mission with.
lip movement for
Then
English.
after a mission,
The character animation looks
there are
like those
names I don't
sex
recognize.
dolls that have the
if there are
the
names
motorized
there
mouth.
that
Or
I
no,
don't
no,
remember,
they're not even
And
sex
you guys
dolls.
know way more about the stuff that you
Yeah.
make fun of me.
No,
for.
they're not even sex dolls. They're just robots. Like speaking.
But,
to
but,
me.
but you knew what you would use
Like
it
brah,
for.
brah, brah, brah. Yeah, that's what I'll use it.
I mean,
Yeah.
what other use is there
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
life-ish like robot?
I'm just trying to think. Like they showed a clip of it, maybe at the end of Battlestar Galactica, the new TV show. I think that's where I saw it.
I have not seen. Samsara included.
Yeah, and Samsara had a little piece of that too.
There was also an article on cracked.com about that roboticist. It was, well, the overall subject was the uncanny valley. But
You have 12 hours of free time in one day.
what?
Make sure you do your homework, Judd.
Yeah. Time to mission 6 hours. They said I have 12 hours free time a day. Oh my gosh.
Aww.
And you already commissary.
I don't even know how to use potions.
Have you looked at the options screen and seen if there's a controller layout thing?
Yeah, I could do that.
You have to go to the menu screen to get access to your potions.
Yeah.
Oh, down on
There
the
you go.
D-pad.
Yeah. See, I didn't need to.
Yeah, that means you also didn't need to die repeatedly earlier.
Right? Oh man, another cutscene.
What's this?
What's this? What mission has she been doing? She's never died before?
Relic. An artifact shrouded in mystery, said to be born of the Vermilion bird crystal.
This
Okay.
is how you
Has the
access
power
your
to
menu.
manipulate time and space.
That's according to some legends, Kupo. In the Dominion, we sync them with magic and use them for data input and communication, Kupo. You can save your data.
Kupo.
Kupo.
I feel like we discussed whether or not we would want to hear dialogue in a Final Fantasy game
Yeah.
previously. And I also feel like I now know the answer to that.
Yeah.
No.
You should
No,
check
we
it
would
out,
not.
Kupo.
Everyone sounds like they're bored with what they're doing. Assignment. What?
Oh, awesome. Look at their stupid names.
No.
Wow. Deuce. Trey. Cater.
Oh,
So
man.
2, 3, 4. I didn't see the other ones.
Oh, okay. Rim. Machina.
C7, yeah. Rem.
They all look like they
That
use
must be
different
the
type of
Joker.
weapon. Yeah, they all use a different type of weapon. No repeats. Nice.
Exciting.
Yes, I want to save.
Oh, good. You can just do that from a menu now. That's excellent. That means that at least during certain parts of the game, it respects the fact that you might have somewhere to go during the day.
I know I'm supposed to be doing stuff, but I don't know, like... Oh, another cutscene. Okay.
This the female character models in here remind me of my time in Amsterdam.
Really?
I was there for about 5 days, and if you walk down the red light district, all of the girls try to fit themselves into stereotypes of a certain fetish, and this is essentially the same thing happening right here.
That sounds like an interesting place to visit. Do you recommend it?
I do.
Is it dirty, like dirty?
No, it's reasonable.
I guess major city dirty.
Major is a relative term.
Isn't it? I figured.
I put it on par with maybe. I'm trying to think of a city that we would all know. Like maybe Indianapolis. Perhaps even smaller than that. Maybe Denver. If you take away the size of Denver,
Yeah, that city has a sprawl to it.
Yeah.
Indianapolis kind of does though too.
Although
Indianapolis is like
Amsterdam
a million
doesn't
and a half.
have the big modern buildings. It's all very
Who's going to
old.
start a mission?
But it's got that same feel. Like it's a big city, but it's not like a Chicago or Atlanta.
Is Amsterdam also behind those big beautiful levees that they have there?
I didn't explore that to that level of detail.
You're like, I've got a few days. Let's find that red light district.
Yeah.
I hope the ready room. Oh, the ready room is a bar. Great. It's not the actual ready room. Yay.
Well, at the time I was there, and this was 2002, I would say. They had weed bars, and they had internet cafes, like actual used internet cafes, which we don't have here. And they had the red light district.
And that was pretty much...
That was the extent. And you had some touristy stuff. Like there was a wax museum, and you have the Anne Frank house. And that's all I could think. I'm sure they have a museum there as well.
Well, sure. It is a major city.
Yeah.
There's over 1 million people there, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it didn't seem all that big when I was there.
Huh.
I don't know what to do. I just want to start a mission.
You have 6 hours left.